Friday, and I have 3 options for you today, but I have a special guest, Bennett Sewell. Bennett, look excited. Scoot closer.
I am. It's great.
Look excited to
I'm
be
excited.
here.
I just don't want to, steal your thunder.
You're not going to steal my thunder. You're going to make sure that I actually pronounce everything correctly.
Okay.
So we're going to start with Portugal because yesterday I met like the world's funniest and most accommodating tour director I've ever met, and he does tours in Portugal. And we all know that part of this, the entertaining part, is me not being able to pronounce anything. And so Bennett is here because
Even English.
Because he's been to Portugal and he'll help me pronounce everything correctly. So this is a Lisbon to Lisbon tour. So on day 1, you're gonna arrive in Lisbon, and at 6 p.m. they'll have a welcome dinner for everyone. So you'll get to meet everyone that's on your tour. And the tours can range from small groups, 8, all the way up, I think, to 18. So you can decide how big of a tour you want to be on. And I have a lot of people that travel. They have groups they like to travel with. So you could have, quote unquote, your own private tour if you wanted. And I can request, how do I pronounce his name again?
Luis.
I can request him as your tour guide. I can't guarantee it. However, I can request him because the reason makes sense. He said, Laura, he goes, I have to take days off too. So I'm like, okay, that makes sense. So that's your first night. You'll arrive in Lisbon, have a welcome dinner, and meet your tour guide. On day 2, you're gonna spend the day in Lisbon. So it starts with the legends of Lisbon. And how did you say they pronounced Lisbon in Portuguese? Lisboa. I thought that was a joke yesterday when they said that. So it's actually Lisboa. I don't speak Portuguese in my English.
Good for me.
As Bennett has said it. And by the way, I forgot to announce this at the beginning. I'm here at El Gato Winery doing this because, Bennett, how many weeks until the last pour?
8 more weekends. That's it.
8 more weekends until the final pour. So back to Portugal, you discover legends of Lisbon, discover the historic grandeur of
Lisboa.
Lisboa on an orientation drive through the city, complete with photo stops at
Belém Tower
and the monument to the discoveries. Visit the stunning and historically significant
Hieronymus
monastery and marvel at its intricately carved cloisters. And then you're going medieval. Experience the sights and sounds of Lisbon. You're going to hop on one of Lisbon's trams for a short ride into the center, walking the narrow streets, alleyways, and cobblestones to soak in the city like a true local. And this is the fun part. There is a tasting. So taste the berry liquor of medieval times. How do you pronounce that?
Ginhinha.
Now, did you have that when you were in Portugal?
I don't remember that, no.
You don't? How long ago were you there?
Last week. So real quick, the monument up to the discoveries, that's a big monument pillar because, of course, Portugal was one of the main countries that was in the New World. Monastery, I've been there, that's really nice. When you go into town, you go into the old quarter, which is really the old narrow streets and all of that with the old buildings. Got to remember that Portugal really was destroyed by an earthquake and a tidal wave. This back in the, I think, late 16 or early 1700s. And so most of Portugal is now, was built after that. And that really bankrupted Portugal. That pretty much ended their discovery and them being a naval power. History there.
Okay, all right, that's good. They'll probably learn that on the tour as well. All right, this is one thing I learned. This is for all the ladies out there. Not judging if you're a man, and this applies to you as well. But no high heels. Luis said most of Portugal is all cobblestone streets, so you want to make sure that you wear comfortable shoes the entire 11 days that you're there. And that day includes breakfast on your tour. On day 3, it's all about sea surf in sanctuaries. So how do you pronounce all these all these things?
Okay, Lisbon, Obidos, Nazaré, Alcobaça, Fatima, and Tomar.
Okay. Leave vibrant Lisbon behind and start to get acquainted with some of Portugal's smaller gems. Stop in the medieval town of
Obidos,
and join an orientation walk through some of its picture-perfect streets. Next, you'll visit the charming coastal town of
Nazaré,
a magnet for surfers. Take a short drive to
Alcobaça,
for some free time to visit the Church of Santa Maria Monastery. Do you have any stories about that?
I don't.
Okay. Later en route to
Not that I'm
Tomar.
going to share.
Later en route to Tomar, stop at Fatima, one of the most important Marian shrines, and visit the sanctuary of Our Lady of the Holy Rosary. Now tell it shortly in less than a minute.
Fatima is the big pilgrimage place where the three kids back in, I think, the early 1900s, before 1910, said that they saw the Virgin Mary burning in a tree, and since then it's become a big pilgrimage place for Catholics to go to.
Okay, so this is what I learned from Louis. If you are a really spiritual person, you are going to feel that an hour and a half is not enough time. However, he assured me that he can get you through and tell you all the important details in an hour and a half. If you're not a spiritual person and you're like, Louis, what am I going to do for an hour and a half? He will say, there's the bar. We'll meet you there in 90 minutes. So
even if you're not spiritual, an hour and a half it is almost not enough time. I mean, it's striking. It's to see what faith can produce. Just put it that way.
I've never heard you make a statement like that. That's a bold statement coming
That's
from
my
you.
fifth glass of wine.
And this day does include breakfast and dinner. On our, let's see, what day are we on here now? On day 4, this is such a cool story. We call this academic honors. So today, 3 historic towns are on the menu. This morning, visit the stunning town of Tomar and discover the town's strong links to the Knights Templar when you visit the Covenant of Christ. Later, continue to
Coimbra.
and visit the university, one of the oldest in Europe, which gives it the nickname the City of Knowledge.
Knowledge is good.
Knowledge is always good, but this is what I learned. If you're a Harry Potter fan, you are definitely going to want to go and see this. So I did not know this until yesterday. Louise shared with us who wrote those books. I can't even remember.
J.K. Rowling.
Okay, J.K. Rowling. At the time, she was married to a Portuguese man. They lived in Portugal, and she used to go and sit and write at the university, and that is what inspired her for the costumes in Harry Potter. So he said whenever he goes there, his goal is always to try and meet some students so that you all can see that it wasn't made up. This is really what it was based on. So you'll see everyone in black pants, white shirt, black tie, and in a black cape. So if you feel like you're in the Harry Potter movie. And interestingly enough, he also shared with us that right before she was about to publish that book, that's when that man asked her for a divorce. So I said, good for her. High five. And that day includes breakfast. Now, let's see. Let's see.
While she's doing that, Nazaré is the little tiny town that became famous way back in the day. I don't know if you remember my age, when you would think about Portuguese sailors and fishermen, they had that long stocking cap that kind of went down way below. That's Nazaré. And then they also, for younger people, that's where they have those huge, gigantic waves that are moving so fast to surf on them. They need a jet ski to tow them to get on.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know that. Okay.
It's fantastic to see. It's beautiful.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Next day, it's panoramas and port wine. Uncover the beauty of the waterfront city of
Porto.
when you follow your local guide on a sightseeing tour that features a panoramic drive to the mouth of the
Douro.
river, plus a walk in the center to see the church of
San Francisco.
and visit the stock exchange with its Arabian Hall and enjoy, this is my favorite part, enjoy port wine tasting at a local port cellar. And then the afternoon you get to explore the city at leisure. Now, have you been to this city?
Yes.
Okay.
And there are these port cellars on the street that you can go to, just so it's like bar hopping. And man, it's not like port that we get here. They save the best there. And if you're a port or a sherry person, I'm not a sherry person, but Tawny Port, man, is fabulous. And really beautiful town there on the river. It's one of the great memories that the whole Portugal for me, that was a great memory that I have.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, and on this day, the tour includes breakfast. The next day, how do you pronounce all these things? All these cities?
Porto, Guimarães, Penafiel, and Viseu.
Okay, so
Kind of up in the hills and the mountains.
oh, okay. So it's all port in
Petiscos,
what is that?
any idea?
Okay. The treats keep coming today. Start with a visit of
Guimarães,
discover why it's called the birthplace of Portugal and enjoy an orientation walk through the medieval center. Continue to
Penafiel,
visit the gardens of
Quinta de Avelada Winery,
there's wine involved, people, and enjoy a Portuguese.
Petiscos tasting.
Now, did you have this when you were in Portugal? This kind
Yeah,
of
it's like a charcuterie board and wine, that kind of a thing.
Okay. Are you not that impressed, or you're
No,
tired?
it was great.
Oh, okay.
The food there is fabulous.
Oh,
Fabulous.
you never mentioned that
Oh
before.
man, they brought the fish on a tray. Which fish would you like? Of course, I had no idea what the name of the fish is. I just said, okay, give me one that's, well, this kind of flavor. And they take it, and then 30 minutes later, there's the fish that you just saw that was caught that day.
Oh,
Yeah.
that does sound nice. Okay. And then in the evening, delve into some local specialties and wine with dinner at the
Forno da Mimi.
restaurant. So this day includes breakfast and dinner. The next day we call bottles and corks. I did not know that Portugal is the largest producer of cork in the entire world. I'm still thinking about the underwear thing.
Cork underwear, it doesn't absorb.
Because Louis had said he has cork everything. He has cork shoes, a cork apron, a cork, and I'm like, what about cork underwear? And then Bennett said, no, it would never work. So in the morning, you'll visit the charming town of
Castelo de Vide.
dominated by a well-preserved medieval castle. Enjoy some free time to stroll in the historic Jewish quarter and through the charismatic narrow streets. Reach
Evora.
in the heart of
Alentejo. Sorry, Alentejo.
and you'll get to visit a traditional cork.
Alentejo.
I'm sorry, Alentejo, and you'll get to visit a traditional cork factory. And this day does include breakfast and dinner.
They make everything with cork. It's true.
What would you not like when you say everything? What does that mean?
They'll make purses out of it, so they cut it real thin and they almost make a fabric out of it. They put it on, glue it onto the back of a fabric. So like you said, you got shoes, you got, they grind them up, they glue them together so you get tiles for your floor or for the wall. You name it, they got it.
Do they have cork flooring?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay. All right. The next day is Gothic Grandeur. Discover what makes
Evora.
special this morning when you follow your local guide on a guided walking tour through the narrow alleys to see the Roman temple and visit the cathedral,
São Francisco.
church, and
Ossuary. Ossuary is, I want to say, because I just saw the movie 28 years later, it's a bone temple.
oh, that's right. He said that the whole temple is made out of human bones.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I thought was really exceptional is that if there's first of all there's 90 stairs to get to the top of the temple. But if you're in a wheelchair or you can't make it up 90 stairs, I mean, at this point, I don't know
Isn't that
if
a
I
Led
could.
Zeppelin song? And there's 90 stairs to heaven.
Ben,
Nah, doesn't
I'm going to cut you off. If you can't make it up the 90 stairs, it's okay because Louise will take you around the back, so you're only gonna miss one floor, and then the people that can make it up the 90 stairs, they'll go with the guide that works there at the chapel. And then if you're not on my newsletter, drop me your email or DM me your email address, because the newsletter is going to come out this weekend, and I'll make sure I have pictures of all of this in there so you can see what it looks like. And then later you're going to depart for
Algarve.
And you'll have free time in the late afternoon and evening. And this day does include breakfast. Then on our next day, it's all about cliffs and coastlines. I got super excited when I heard about this. You're going to experience Portugal's most famous coastline with an excursion along the breathtaking Algarve coast. Visit the promontory of
Sagres.
And Cape St. Vincent, beloved by the Romans to be the end of the world. Later, believed
by the Romans.
What did I say?
You said beloved, but they beloved it too.
Later, stop at the colorful resort town of Lagos to enjoy some leisure time. Now, you've been here, right?
Yes.
And this is the place where if you saw the surfer that surfed a 110-foot wave, this is the place that that set the Guinness World's Record. This is where it happened. Now, you were there not during waves time, but what did you think of this city?
It's breathtaking. I mean, it really is. It's just one of those, the cliffs and the water crashing up onto the rocks and the cliffs. I mean, I wasn't going in a tour group, but went to the promontory, which I believe is the most western point of the continent of Europe. And you drive on this. We were driving on this little road, and there's a little building, and we go in, and it's this little tiny restaurant and all that. And they've got the hams, the Serrano ham. Of course, it's Portuguese. They have call it something else. But up on the ceiling.
Why do they have ham hanging from the ceiling?
You know, it's it's like the.
You're hitting me. I've never been there.
Because I'm thinking of prosciutto. Like the prosciutto ham.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, that's hanging from the ceiling, and so you sit down, and they got the wine there that they take from a communal. I mean, it's just wine.
Okay.
Give you to it in a pitcher, not in a bottle. It's house wine, and you sit there and have this fantastic cheese, all of these dried meats, and then like a gallon of wine, so to speak, and then you go stand on the edge of a cliff. Yeah, fantastic.
And now don't be tempted to go kaplunk.
Yeah. Good thing the wind's blowing in your face.
I said once my only regret was when we were on top of Victoria Falls that I didn't go kaplunk to my ex. All right, totally saying that in just people. Okay, then on our last day, we're gonna bid farewell to Algarve and take a scenic drive along the
Sierra de Araba.
With views of
the Troya Peninsula.
En route to Lisbon, you're going to stop at
Azalato
to visit a traditional tile workshop. So they're also known for these really beautiful handmade, hand-painted tiles. So you'll get an opportunity if you want to make one of your own tiles.
But they are pretty. They really.
They're gorgeous.
The artisans that are doing it, when you really go to the artisan shop, it's really, really nice. Of course, they got the trinkets for the tourists, but see if you can't go to some of the nicer ones, because those are true things you can put up on your wall and have a nice memory.
Oh, that's a good idea. And this day does include breakfast and dinner. Then on day 11, that's your departure day from Lisbon. So we're going to send you safely back home to whatever city it is you came from. Now, the next part, I'm going to go over a 7-day itinerary in the Cancun hotel zone, and I've got a New York trip for you. So if you can't stay for the rest of it, but you want any information on this, or you just want to see the newsletter, you can always drop your email in the comments, or you can call or text. My number is 737-328-5507. I actually answer the phone and do all this myself.
I've seen it.
You've seen me cry when the airlines cancel reservations.
Let's not go there.
Or you can email me at nlftravelnow@gmail.com. All right, so next I'm going to do New York. Have you been to New York, Bennett?
Yes.
Oh, okay. And what did you think of New York?
Big city. I mean, yeah, it's fantastic. Big city.
Did
I'm
you?
not a big city person. I like going in the country and all that kind of stuff. But
Okay.
that's when I'm traveling outside. I mean, I've been to Chicago, New York, LA. Where else?
What's better, Chicago or New York? But no pressure.
Oh God! Well, just like when I went, the weather was terrible for Chicago.
Oh, it was?
Oh God, it was like 40 degrees and well, that's balmy. It was 40 degrees and windy and 4 layers, that kind of stuff. So.
If for those of you that don't know, Chicago is my hometown, and I always knew from the time I was a little girl that I was going to leave Chicago because I absolutely hate cold weather. But anyway, we're not talking about Chicago. We're talking about New York. And if you've never been to, thanks, Bennett.
Sure.
Thanks for your help. I appreciate it.
You say in Portuguese, obrigado. Obrigado. Thank you.
Obrigado. Okay, thank you. So our next one, we're gonna go over to New York. We're gonna do 5 days in New York. This was New York approved by one of my New York City friends when I told her about this tour. And I love this because it's just a quick five-day tour. So it's not like you have to take weeks of vacation to use it. So it includes 5 days, five meals, and you get to experience the best of the Big Apple from Rockefeller Center to Greenwich Village. So you'll have the opportunity to explore the 9/11 Memorial and the 9/11 Memorial and Museum. The lights and energy of the Big Apple captivate as you walk New York City's bustling streets to dinner and Broadway shows. So this trip does include 2 Broadway shows, and hang on to your hats because if you haven't seen Hamilton, Hamilton is one of the shows that's included in this trip. So you will finally get to see Hamilton. You'll also see Greenwich Village, Wall Street. You'll see another Broadway show as well, the Statue of Liberty, Ellis Island. And I have told everyone that's going to go on this trip, do not be remiss, take an Uber and go have a cocktail at the historic Waldorf Astoria Hotel. They spent over $100 million. I don't know how many years it was closed, but now it is just recently reopened. So especially if you're a social media Instagrammer, you just really somebody asked me one time, what do you collect? I said, I really don't collect anything except photographs. So all I ever want on a trip is just one wall-worthy hanging photograph. So I can't wait to go to New York and have a cocktail and get my picture taken at the Waldorf Astoria. So again, this is just a quick trip and in and out. And if you want pricing or more details, you can call or text. My number is 737-328-5507. You can email me at nlftravelnow@gmail.com, or you can find me across all social media platforms. And then my last thing that I'm gonna roll through for you, and if you do follow me on the social media platforms, this one I posted today. I had a lot of people, they loved the hotels that I had told them about in Cancun. So I put together a 7-day itinerary in the Cancun Hotel District. So it's important that you know it's in the hotel district because Cancun is big. And I did that on purpose because not everyone wants to fly and flop. And fly and flop means you're just gonna fly, sit at the resort, do nothing. If that's how you like to travel, never travel with me. You'll wanna murder me by the end of the trip because I am the adventurer. So if you're ready to escape Ice Apocalypse 2026, I can book this anytime for you. So the first day, you're going to arrive in style. And what I mean by that is when you step out of the airport, there's going to be someone standing there with a sign that has your name on it. Because the first time I went to Cancun, I was completely overwhelmed. Like, there are so many people, Bennett calls them barkers, that are in your face. They're like, come here, come here, come here. And, you don't want to just get in a taxi with just anyone that you don't know. So always safety first. And it's nice when you have someone there. It's a really good feeling to walk out and see your name, big smile, and they take your luggage, put you in transportation, take you to your resort. And there are many beachfront resorts to choose from. I talked a lot about them yesterday, and you'll receive welcome cocktails and be there in time for sunset dinner at sunset. Day 2, I did it just really easy day, resort day, because depending on where you're coming from, you may need a rest and recovery day. So I tell people, sleep in, have breakfast with a view, get yourself a poolside room or an oceanfront room. You're on vacation. Treat yourself well. Have beach time. Some of the hotels, some of the resorts, they have water sports. So this is just your day to fully exhale. Day 3, this is, I give a big smile on my face because this is one of your adventure days, and you're gonna visit the island of Isla Mujeres. And it's so cool because you can literally see the island from right across from the hotels. And it's a quick 45-minute ferry ride. But it's a must visit when you're there because it feels like a completely different world. And if you're a scuba diver or a snorkeler, you want to go there because it's known for its really calm, crystal clear turquoise water, the iconic Playa Norte, colorful streets, and you buzz around all day long on golf carts. So we say it's a slower pace with bigger smiles, and almost everyone says that this is their favorite day. On day 4 is our culture and shopping day. So you've got some options here. You can explore the El Rey ruins that are right in the hotel zone, or you can choose an optional day trip to Bennett, how do you pronounce the ruins? Chichen Itza. And I would go for the optional trip of visiting the ruins of Chichen Itza. It's one of the new 7 wonders of the world. And then you can spend the afternoon at La Isla Shopping Village. It has lagoon views, boutiques, and lunch. So you can get dust collectors, also known as souvenirs. Day 4 is all about dinner and dancing. So ladies, this is your night to dress up. We're gonna start the evening with dinner at Lorenzo's. It's Cancun's iconic lagoon sign restaurant, and it's known for fresh lobster. And if you love lobster, we're gonna be very good friends. And then afterward, enjoy a private round trip transfer to the world famous Cocobongo nightclub. And this isn't like a Las Vegas nightclub. This is something completely different, and they put on Hollywood style productions. So I always tell people, if they want to splurge here and get yourself a table so you're not standing the whole night, because there is literally that much entertainment inside of Cocobongo. You'll have an unforgettable night of music, aerobatics, confetti, basically nonstop energy. And of course, we'll have a private transfer to take you back to your resort. Day 5, you're probably gonna need a rest and recovery day if you did a little cocktailing at the nightclub. So I tell people, if you're there as a couple, get a couples massage. If it's a girls trip, you have a spa day. This is the day to do that. Day 6 is our last beach day, so enjoy oceanfront lounging, final swim, sunset cocktails, get dressed up for a farewell dinner. And then day 7 is going to be your departure day. So a lot of people, they have to leave early because not everyone's coming back to Austin, Texas. Get up a little bit earlier and watch the sunrise, because not everyone does that or experiences it. And the sunrise is there as beautiful as the sunsets, especially if you have an oceanfront room. You don't want to miss that. I'm a room service girl when it comes to breakfast anyway. So I guess I have seen my fair share of sunrises. So again, thanks so much for joining us for F It Book It Friday. And again, you can call or text 737-328-5507. You can email me at nlftravelnow@gmail.com. The newsletter is going to go out this weekend with everything we talked about today. And if I don't have your email address, you can simply DM me or drop it in the comments and I'll get it. And thanks so much for joining me for F It Book It Friday.